Today, the divine masculine, they're going to have to stand up for themselves. They've actually had to go through a very difficult cycle that you may not be fully aware of at this time, divine feminine. They've had to speak up for themselves. Something has been going on in this masculine's reality that has been really uncomfortable. There's someone who's been infringing upon the masculine's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual boundaries. It's put the masculine into a bit of a tailspin, making them second guess their intuition and making them feel guilty that they didn't actually speak up for themselves a lot sooner. The masculine at this time is really learning the value of boundaries, and not just physical boundaries, but spiritual and emotional ones as well. This situation has been very draining, and it has actually really terrified the divine masculine because the way that masculine energy works is they feel comfortable in groups, having the tribe, knowing that they have the support of the collective. And the way that the masculine has had to speak up for themselves, they've been so worried that they have to choose themselves, that they're going to lose the support of their community, that they're going to lose the support of the people around them. This is, of course, an illusion, but the masculine needs to go through this to understand that they still need to stand up for themselves first, that they are actually important. This masculine has had a really bad case of, have you guys ever heard of fawning trauma? There's fight and flight, but then there is freeze and fawn. And that's the people pleasing aspect of trauma that I think a lot of us within the collective have struggled with. When we have people pleasing trauma, or known as fawning trauma, we say yes to things when really our core says no. We create a world where we just want to be safe. We want to have friends. We want to make friends. We want to feel as though we're a part of something. And so we end up putting ourselves through these cycles where we compromise and we ignore ourselves. And we just come up with excuses with how, oh, we must be weak. We must not be good enough. We got to power through it. This is a wounded masculine energy that's being brought to the surface in order to be healed, but it does require this masculine to speak up for themselves and try not to allow emotions and manipulation to get them what they want, because this masculine really does want something different within their life, and the way that they've been going about it up until this point has caused a lot of problems. And in some ways the masculine has had to recognize how their inactions, their poor communication, and even just worried about speaking up for themselves, how it led them down this timeline and led them up into this point. At the end of the day, the masculine will find justice within their circumstance, and the divine wants to show this masculine how much support they actually genuinely do have, but it's important for them to learn that they need to learn how to support themselves first. This masculine is really beginning to learn who is a friend and who is an enemy, and this is going to help restructure their entire life. Divine feminine, at this time, be very mindful, literally, be mindful about your thoughts. A lot of stuff could be cropping up to the surface, including old arguments. If you're stuck in the past, you will continue to manifest a future that reflects what you know from the past. You're being asked to just acknowledge the thoughts and release them to the cosmos. Just learn how to observe yourself. Learn how to observe your reality. Because when we are able to be within our heart chakra and just allow other people to be who it is that they are, just let them be themselves. Even if they're going to be their worst selves, none of us are responsible for getting people out of a bad situation, especially when that person dug themselves into the situation in the first place. Wow. Well, we'll check on the masculine soon to see how they're doing. And until I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.